and welcome to the Hatfields and McCoys Radio Hour, presented by Theater West Virginia, bringing our state the finest in outdoor drama since 1961, and the finest in historical radio drama since 2020. Tonight's presentation is being broadcast live from Paradise Park, West Virginia, and is proudly sponsored by local businesswoman Madam Alice Duverac.
Thank you for having me here tonight. You know, in my line of work, we like to seek out unknown financial geniuses to make their dreams a reality with no money down. But due to the ongoing pandemic, arts organizations everywhere are struggling, including Theater West Virginia. And so, as you enjoy this evening's broadcast, we ask you to consider putting some money down as a tax-deductible donation to Theater West Virginia in support of their efforts to keep the arts alive. How, you may ask? Well, just look us up on Facebook. There's a link there. If you take a look, support the arts with some money down. Right now we need each dollar and each cent to put our shows on stage once again. Sure, we're worried about tomorrow, but now no time for sorrow, so help us out with some money now. Oh, we'll be right back with some money now. We'll be on stage with some money now. Oh, it's paradise with some money down. Oh, thank you. I am amazing artist. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Duverac. Indeed, you can find us at facebook.com/theaterwv. Again, that's facebook.com/theatrewv. And click the link at the top of the page to make a tax-deductible donation and help Theater West Virginia continue to bring the finest in outdoor drama to the Grandview stage. Now, without further ado, please sit back and enjoy the Hatfields and McCoys.
The Hatfields and McCoys are a bloody vendetta that wrote their names on the lips of people the world over. Their story has been told and retold by word of mouth, the people's history book, until the real men and women diffuse into myth and their deeds become tangled in legend. Welcome to this week's episode, Uncle Harmon's Homecoming. The country braced itself for war, to which some laid the blame. West Virginia was breaking itself away from the Virginia Commonwealth, but the Hatfields would fight for the South. Meanwhile, across the river in Kentucky, the McCoys grabbed up Lincoln's guns. When the first man fell in the mountain mud, hateful and hot, it began to boil. Bad blood. We begin our story with Harmon McCoy, younger brother of legendary leader Randolph McCoy. on his way home from the war.
Wish I had a big fat horse, corn to feed him on, and pretty little girls stay at home, feed him when I'm gone. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my love, Shady Grove, my little love, down by Shady Grove. Whoa, easy there, Blue Light. Once we get to old Randall's place, we'll get you some corn to feed on, too. Yep, just another mile or so till we cross the tug. Good to see family again. Makes me a bit weary, though, riding through Hatfield country this late. Oh, peaches in the summertime, apples in the fall.
Hate to interrupt you singing there, Harmon. Figured it'd be rude if we didn't announce ourselves proper. Now, if you're not too busy shaking in your stirrups, how about telling us just what you're doing riding through West Virginia in that dog ugly Yankee blue uniform?
I done told you, Jim Vance, before I joined up, I ain't gonna let you and your Hatfield kinfolk intimidate me out of serving my country. I chose my side, same as you chose yours. In case you hadn't heard, your Confederates are on the run. Won't be long now before Lee and the rest of them surrender.
Is that so? Because it looks to me like we got a Yankee on the run ourselves right here.
If you're looking to take your lost cause out on someone, I done paid my dues. In case the sling didn't give it away, I got a bullet in my left arm from a skirmish up by Cripple Creek. You may be some kind of proud to know I got it from your nephew, Devil Anse.
Proud? Ha! I thought I taught him to shoot to kill. But we ain't here to correct my nephew's poor aim, as it were. Wouldn't be fair, you being wounded and outnumbered and all. Listen, of course, that old nag of yours is one devil of a gunslinger. No, now you and your nag can be off on your way for today. But be warned, you are now in the territory of the Logan Wildcats, and we didn't spend the last 4 years defending the Tug Valley from Yankees just to let one of you ride back in here like you owned the place. So you get on home, tend to your wound, and for God's sakes, take a bath and wash that Yankee stink off. Then you get from these parts. 'Cause if and we see you again, you best believe there'll be hell to pay.
Down in some lone valley, In a fur lonesome place where the wild birds do whistle and their notes do increase.
Woo-wee! Shot me a squirrel today, Daddy. You wouldn't have believed it was so far off.
Uh-huh.
Well, I just seized my old gun up till the front sight blacked that squirrel out. It was so far off. Must have been over 100 yards. Guess where I hit him, Daddy?
Leave your daddy be, Phamer. He's worried about your Uncle Harmon. Randall, have you gotten any word yet?
Oh, hell, Uncle Harmon can take care of himself. I bet he's over there right now, lowering his sights on Devil Anse, fixing to blow his head off. Oh, I wish that squirrel had been a Hatfield. Bam!
That's enough now, Phamer. I'm worried, darn it. They's all saying Harmon was coming to get revenge on Devil Anse across the Big Tug. I done told him to come on home and rest up, but he may have gone on too far this time.
Yeah. Well, I've been that far my own self.
And I done told you that you was a darn fool for it too, Phamer. Harmon ain't playing no stupid game, boy. I'm worried, Sarah. You think we better off sent Jim and Tolbert to look for him?
And me too, Daddy?
No.
Thank you for coming all this way, Pete.
Yes, sir, Harmon.
You can drop the sir, Pete. Ain't you heard? You're free now. President Lincoln done proclaimed it. Heck, I can't believe you're still here.
Well, I suppose I'm still waiting for President Lincoln to start paying me.
There. Swear I'm good for the rest. And if it takes 100 years. Now you brung me enough supplies to hole up in this cave a couple of weeks. Ought to tide me over till the war ends. Pray to God it'll be in any day now. You get on now then, Pete, you hear?
Yes, sir. Just be sure you don't take that whole 100 years now.
You have my word. Thank you, Pete. And I am sorry. Now go.
Well, I'm sorry too, Harmon. Sorry to see you was deaf when we warned you.
No.
Or maybe you wasn't and thought you could get your boy here to hide you out in hopes we'd forget about you.
Sir?
Now you don't talk to him no more, boy. You hear? Ain't no use talking to a dead man.
Dang it, Pete, run!
Dang it, Jim, keep up.
Best watch that stuff, Tolbert. Daddy sent us out here to look for Uncle Harmon. So that's what I'm a-doing.
And while you're a-looking, what do you suppose is happening to Harmon? You know he was a dang fool to cross through Hatfield country wearing Yankee blue.
Yeah? And maybe Daddy was a dang fool himself for sending us out here after him. But that ain't for us to say.
Oh, ain't it? You ain't think just a second that Daddy weren't fool enough to get us bushwhacked?
Leave it be, Tolbert. We's here to check on Uncle Harmon. Nothing else.
Hold it. What's that? Stop right there, I swear to God.
Don't shoot!
Wait. Pete?
Yes, sir.
Easy, Pete. I'm Jim McCoy. This is my brother Tolbert. I remember you. You work for our Uncle Harmon.
Yes, sir, I did.
What do you mean you did, boy? Where's Harmon? We've been looking for him 2 days now.
Don't you call me boy now. Your Uncle Harmon ain't called me that no more, and you not gonna get to neither. I done stuck by him, fought by him, fought like a man, and I'm sorry 'twan't enough.
Weren't enough? What do you mean, Pete?
'Twan't nothing ever enough to stop Jim Vance.
Hello in the house. Here now, keep your seat, Levicy.
Well, dang my heart, Uncle Jim Vance. Vicey, fix this here old coon dog some grub.
No, thank you, Vicey.
Well, what are you thanking her for? It was me offered it to you.
Maybe we ought to let him serve it up then.
Lord, he ain't got strength enough to chew it, let alone fix it.
Ailing, are you?
Nah, I just taken me a rest. I've been asleep for 3 days constant.
That's a heap of sleeping. Vicey, where them 2 baby boys at? Johnsy and Cappy. Still sleeping too?
Yeah, they'll be up before long, though, bawling like young calves.
Where you been now, Uncle Jim? I heard Harmon McCoy was coming this way looking for me ever since I wounded him at Cripple Creek.
Somebody shot him.
They saying who done it?
Yeah? You?
Me? Well, now, who did do it?
Main thing is he's dead. A couple of McCoys come and carried him off. I heard it said that Harmon was a-coming this way looking for you.
Is that right? Well, then, I reckon we better get ready for some trouble out of them McCoys. Not Randall now, nor Jim. But Tolbert, some of his kind, they're always looking for trouble. Start some.
You better be up on your feet then.
Well, I ain't looking for trouble myself.
Well, it might come looking for you. Ever since you wounded Harmon, they've been saying bad things. At least there's one of them won't be saying nothing no more.
And I don't like the way you said that, Uncle Jim. It sounds to me like you're glad he's dead.
Rather him than you?
Rather neither one. Killing don't come to no good.
But sometimes it's kill or get killed. And if I got to choose, I'll kill.
Well, that's easy to say. That's easy to do, too. But then what? Their side's gotta kill one. So you see, you're killing. It turns back on you. Now, I ain't saying I won't kill. My God, if one of mine is pure out and murdered, I'll avenge him, and I'll wade in blood up to my knees into the black jaws of hell, but I'll not be outdone. I'd rather die at a man's feet than be outdone by him.
I know that's how you felt deep down.
But I feel just as strong about not starting it. I won't have such as that on my conscience. I don't want it ever said a Hatfield went looking for trouble.
But what if it comes looking for you?
Then let it come on. I ain't aiming to meet it halfway.
Daddy? Harmon's dead, Daddy. Pete led us to a cave just across the tug from the Hatfield cabin. The Hatfields done it. We know they did.
We don't know nothing.
The hell we don't. Pete's seen them riding up there.
But Pete also lit out to find us. Ain't no one seen who shot him.
Oh, I know who done it. devil?
Was shot from behind?
No, sir.
Well then, it's wartime. One of our dead needs a burying.
He wasn't killed in no war. He was murdered. And I ain't afraid to get revenge on them Hatfield for it. Right? Daddy?
That'll do.
Hold off now. Back off, both of you. Time will tell it out, boys. And we'll have our day when it's due. Lord, you know I hate him worse than you after this. But I tell you, we ain't a-going. The war's ending any day now. Now's the time we best be smart and live to fight another day. That was Harmon's mistake, too. Having to fight every darn battle until it killed him, even when he was almost home. Now, I don't want that for you boys. I don't. So for now, we keep to our side of the river, and them that don't keep to theirs.
Bam! Just like that squirrel.
Thank you for joining us for this evening's presentation of the Hatfields and McCoys. Tonight's cast featured Nick Yurick as Harmon McCoy, Michael Martin as Jim Vance, Dan Manning as Randolph McCoy, Drew Nunley as Phamer McCoy, Wendy Sullivan, Sarah McCoy, Brooks Cline, Jim McCoy, Rick Olson, Tolbert McCoy, Bryan Kenton, Pete, Sharon Chadwick, Levicy Hatfield, Andy Woodruff, Devil Anse Hatfield. Sound editing done by Sam Yurick. And I have been your narrator, Rain Thomas, and your sponsor, Madam Dubrak. Please visit Theater West Virginia on Facebook and make a donation to support the arts for some money down. Join us next week for episode 2, A Controversial Pig.